Hi everyone, in this video we will explore several important settings inside TakeUp that can help you control how your store behaves behind the scenes. Start by going to Settings and then clicking on General. The first section you will see is your store profile. Here you can update your store name, your store min, and your email. These are basic details, so it's important to keep them correct. Right below that, you will see the WhatsApp number settings. These numbers is where customers can send you order messages themselves after making their orders. Keep in mind that this is different from automated WhatsApp notifications. If you want automatic WhatsApp updates, you can enable them in workflows separately. You can also set a primary number and use order rolling numbers. Order rolling numbers allow you to distribute incoming WhatsApp orders across multiple phones in rotation. This is helpful when different staff members handle orders because the system sends each new order to the next number, sharing the workload evenly. As we continue, you will see the regional section. Here you can set your store's country and choose your language. If you keep the language as default, your store will automatically open in the customer's browser language if supported. For example, if a customer browsing is in Spanish, they will see your store in Spanish. And also, with these settings, customers can change the language from the store interface themselves. However, if you change the language to a specific language, for example, Portuguese, your store will always open in that language, and customers will not be able to change it on their end. In this section, you can also change your currency and set up a tax rate, for example, 10%, and choose whether it's inclusive or exclusive. You can also add your tax ID. All of this information will display properly on your customer's invoice. Next, you can configure opening hours. You can either toggle this on depending if it applies for your store. Once you set up your opening hours, for example, you can exclude Sunday and Saturday, your customers will see whether your store is open or closed. If you want to prevent orders outside of business hours, you can activate Disable Checkout During Off-Hours option, which stops customers from placing orders when you are closed. Don't forget to save these changes. Before finishing the general page, you will find the community section. This lets you add links to your WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, and Facebook. These links appear in your store so customers can easily connect with you on other platforms. And finally, at the bottom of your store, there is the danger zone. Be careful with these options. Here, you can disable checkout, which stops customers from placing orders. You can disable the entire store, so your customers are redirected to visit you on WhatsApp. And you can delete your store completely. Only use these options when absolutely necessary. Now let's move to Settings and then Checkout. This page allows you to customize the checkout experience your customers go through. At the top, you will find the message footer setting. This controls the final line of the message that customers can send you after placing an order. You can personalize it with friendly sign-off or brief instructions. Right below, you will see message channel options. After checkout, customers normally see Send a WhatsApp message, like this. So when they click on Send WhatsApp, they are redirected to a conversation with you and can send you their order details. In this section, you can choose which apps appear as buttons or turn them off completely if you prefer that customers do not send you messages themselves. As you continue, you will see the payment behavior settings. You can choose to bypass the payment page, which means your customers will place their order without going through the payment step. And this is useful when you need to confirm availability or review the order before payment. You can also enable Keep Draft Until Paid, which hides the order completely until the payment succeeds. Since draft orders cannot be viewed anywhere, use this carefully to avoid any confusion. If you allow partial payments, you can turn on the down payment option and set a percentage and a minimum amount that your customer must pay upfront. Further down, you will see the order number settings. Here you can add a prefix or suffix to make your order numbers more organized. You can also choose whether these appear on customer invoices and messages or not. Finally, at the bottom of the page, you will see your invoice customization options. You can add a header, a footer, your logo, and include your company details such as name, phone, and address. This helps you create a professional invoice that matches your brand. Once you add your header, footer, and company information, you can click on Save. These changes will now reflect on your customer's invoice. Now let's move to Settings and then Domains. This is where you can connect or purchase a custom domain for your store. If you do not already own a domain, you can click on Buy Domain. Once you click this, TakeUp will automatically suggest available domains that match your store name. If you want something more specific, you can just search for it on the search bar. Once you choose a domain you like, you can click on Buy and you will be taken to the payment page. After purchase, TakeUp will automatically connect the domain to your store, and there's nothing else you need to configure on your own. The domain may take up to 24 hours to fully activate. And if you purchase your domain through TakeUp, you will also be able to manage your DNS settings directly from this page. If you already own a domain, you can click Connect Existing Domain. Here, you have to type your domain and then click Add. At first, the domain will appear as not connected. To fix this, you need to go to your domain provider's DNS settings and set the A record shown on screen. This A record must be the only A record pointing to your system. If you have other conflicting A records, you will need to delete them. Once your DNS settings are correct, the domain will show as active. If you want any specific step-by-step instructions, you can click on the Follow step-by-step instructions to configure your domain. You will be redirected to our help article about this. And that covers the general checkout and domain settings in TakeUp. Thanks for watching.